What is going on, everyone? It is the start to week 3 of football season, and it starts tomorrow, but we are doing the Sunday to Monday games only. So take Thursday's game out of the equation, and let's get started. So at QB this week, we took Ryan Tannehill. He's going up against the Browns. The Browns don't really have that great of a defense as they let the Ravens really come back after I think a 21 to nothing lead in the first quarter. Their quarterback also got hurt, so I expect Ryan Tannehill just to have a really good game. You could also count on some other guys. I know Drew Brees is facing the Falcons, but he's also really expensive, and I think Phillip Rivers against Indianapolis Colts, he's supposed to go off this week as we have some matchups here with Phillip Rivers, with Melvin Gordon. He really exploded this year. I don't think he had a touchdown last year, and he already has 3 touchdowns this year, and he'll definitely keep this going against the Colts as they really are terrible against the rush, and their defense overall is just awful. So he should really be able to get it done against the Colts this week and help out his team win again after Keenan Allen goes down and Danny Woodhead. They're left with Melvin Gordon to really carry the ball here for them. Next up, we have DeMarco Murray. He's looking more like his old self with 12. He rushed 12 times for 89 yards. That's pretty good against the Lions, and the Oakland Raiders just don't have that good of a defense either, especially against the pass, and that's what really DeMarco Murray is here to do. He didn't get any touchdowns last week, but he gets targeted 7 times, and Oakland Raiders just really give up a lot of reception yards to running backs. So expect DeMarco Murray to have a great game being targeted and running the ball also as well. But I think he'll get targeted out of the backfield a lot this game and get a lot of yards and maybe a pair of touchdowns. Next up, we have Larry Fitzgerald, the 33-year-old. Come on, he's still going. It doesn't matter for him. And against the Buffalo Bills, he could easily get it done. He had a pretty easy week last week, I'm not going to lie. But he got targeted 20 times this season and caught 13 of those 20 targets, and he's taken them for touchdowns. So he really gets targeted in the end zone, which we love, and we need those touchdowns, period. Those touchdowns are what wins us games. He'll probably play. He's just questionable just because he's old and really getting time off in practice, so they're just going to give him time just for that. Next up, we have Mike Wallace, who really found his connection with Joe Flacco this week with a pair of touchdowns and one in the first week. Yes, he played against the Browns, but Jacksonville Jaguars, their defense is a lot better, but the Baltimore Ravens are still going to have the ball a lot as Jacksonville, really Blake Bortles has really turned the ball over a lot this year, and I expect this to be a pretty high scoring game back and forth if the Jaguars could keep up with the Ravens. Next up, we have Willie Snead. Drew Brees is supposed to have a big game. That means Willie Snead is also going to have a big game. As Willie Snead, you could see Drew Brees trusting him more in the end zone as he's really been targeted in the end zone a lot. That's why he has 2 touchdowns already. I could also went and got Brandon Cooks, but I don't really love Brandon Cooks. Like, he's good, but he gets shut down way too easily. That's why Willie Snead's just a better option, and he's cheaper. So we're going with a Willie Snead here. Delaney Walker, he should be fine, but if he's not, I am either looking at Antonio Gates because they have no other connections there in San Diego. Can't spend up right now, so that would require some big changes. Jason Witten going up against the Bears. Ezekiel Elliott should have a big game. Eric Ebron, he has back problems right now, but has really been stepping it up and putting in the work. He's going up against Green Bay. So let's go to my kicker. I take him almost every week just because Dak Prescott really does not know how to find the end zone yet. He doesn't really like to take shots, so he'll rather just get the field goal than no points at all. So Dan Bailey, especially against the Bears, it should be a high-scoring game, and Dan Bailey should have a lot of points this game. I went with Miami Dolphins just because they're the cheap option here today and going up against the Browns. I think the Browns average, they give up 10 points on defense a week, so we should be in for a solid week with Miami Dolphins. They should get some sacks, maybe an interception, as the Browns lost their another quarterback and they're starting a rookie, so Miami Dolphins should definitely hop on that and just make some power moves. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. Good luck.